In this video, I'm going to be suggesting to you 5 fragrances from the world of spring fragrances. These are fragrances I think will work perfectly in the months of spring, and they all can be had for under $30. These are cheap, easily accessible fragrances. If you want to learn more about them, stay tuned. What's up, everybody? My name is Joshua, and this is our channel, ScentSense. To the loyal subscribers who continue to come back each and every time these videos are released, to you fine folks, wherever you may be on this spinning rock we call Earth, thank you so much. And to all you new people who are maybe checking out the channel for the very first time and you haven't decided what you want to do, I'm trying to help you with your stimulus money. That way you can, stretch it pretty good. These fragrances are under $30. I think I'm hooking you up here. Stick around. Join the crew. More videos. Before you go any further in the video, after I say what I'm about to say, pause this video, and then if you don't mind, go ahead and do the few things I ask. Number 1, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. What are some cheap fragrances you like for spring? And what are some fragrances that you wear for spring just overall? While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way, when my videos come out, you will be the first to know. And click the notification bell. That way, boom, I let you know immediately when my videos are out. Okay, so now that you've unpaused the video and you're back, welcome back, number 1. Number 2, these are gonna be fragrances that you can have for under $30 from a large amount of avenues such as Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, Max Aroma, Fragrance Buy, eBay, Amazon, the list goes on and on. All of these fragrances can be had for relatively cheap, and all of them will work perfectly, in my opinion, in the months of spring. Jumping right in is an OG from an OG, a fragrance that is making me feel older every day, because this thing was out when I was in high school, and boy, it still works today. From the house of Tommy Hilfiger, Tommy for Men. If you look at the bottle here, I don't have a whole lot of juice left. I burned through at least half of this thing because this thing is definitely gonna work all the time. This fragrance came out in the 90s when I was in middle school, but I wore this when I was in high school, and this one was one of those fragrances that everybody knew about and everybody loved. This is an easy reacher, easy, fresh, inviting, clean, really guy's guy, kind of bluish kind of fragrance. This fragrance is something that would work perfectly for someone who's younger and still works for somebody in their mid to late 30s. I mean, fragrance in general can be worn by whoever wants to wear it, but I think the target demographic for something like this is young and energetic, and that's what this fragrance is. From the house of Tommy, Tommy for Men. Up next is a fragrance that is a Big Beard classic. This is one of those fragrances that I got for super cheap that he put me on to. I got it from one of the fragrance groups on Facebook. I got it for $10. You can get it for like $15, $20 on one of the websites, but I couldn't pass up $10, and that included shipping. So I paid like $5 if you really think about it. From the house of Burberry, Burberry Touch. This is a fabric softener kind of scent. This is something that's gonna smell like clean, fresh laundry. This is gonna be something that's gonna smell like you just pulled out a bunch of sheets that are warm and smell really clean on a spring day where the sun's coming through the window and you're about to drink a nice glass of lemonade and you have all that natural lighting in your house. That's what this is, man. It's really comforting and calming. This is something I reach for when I just want to relax. Something I wear when I just want to feel more at ease. That's what this fragrance does for me. So sometimes I feel like fragrance is less about how great it smells and trying to get a bunch of attention, and sometimes it's therapeutic in a sense. So anyway, thanks to Big Beard Business, from the house of Burberry, Burberry Touch for Men. Next up is a fragrance that I think is exclusive to Walmart. This fragrance, in my opinion, is without a doubt one of the best cheapies out there. This fragrance has a lot of similarities with Dior Homme Cologne, but this one lasts longer and can be bought at a fraction of the price. From the house of Cremo, or Cremo, however you say it, the fragrance is Iced Citron and Driftwood. Like I said before, this smells a whole lot like Dior Homme's Cologne. This has an icy, fresh, bright smell to it. It's got like that really strong blast of this lemony citrus note to it. This is something that you can easily wear at any time. It is a all-around crowd pleaser, easy to wear, super cheap. And I mean, the size of the bottle, the look of the bottle, and everything about it is pretty freaking nice for freaking $20 to $30. This is an easy grab if you're looking for something that has a Dior cologne vibe, something that smells a lot more expensive than it is for a fraction of the cost. From the house of Cremo, or Cremo, tomato, tomato, the fragrance is Ice Citron and Driftwood. Up next is a fragrance from the house of Calvin Klein, who is synonymous with making good entry-level designer fragrances. They'll sell at places like Macy's and Dillard's for a while for 70, 80 bucks, but then they can shortly after that be had from a discounter for $20 to $30. I picked up this one, I think, for like 18 bucks or something super cheap. This one is newer. It's Calvin Klein's CK Everyone. I'm sure the marketing behind this was something to do with the times that we're in for a fragrance for everyone. No matter what you look like, no matter how you walk or talk. At the end of the day, I think all fragrance is that. So the gimmick is kind of lost on me. I do think it's kind of cliche, but this is a fresh, kind of clean, kind of sweet, just all around blend of everything you're expecting to smell in today's day and age. It's really generic. It's kind of boring, but it just works. This is something that I would wear to go to the beach. This is something I would wear in the high heat. This is something I would wear if I was sitting out on a lawn chair watching the kids play around. The heat's gonna work magic with this one, and this one is not going to offend anyone. You're just going to smell clean. And I think that's kind of the theme of spring fragrances, in my opinion. Clean, clean, clean. And that's what this does, and this can be done for a fraction of the price. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best of all the flankers that are out there. I think it's better than most of the summer ones. I think it's better than CKB and CK Shock and all of those. I think if you're gonna pick up a flanker and you wanna just roll the dice and you want a clean, fresh, inviting, kind of sweet spring fragrance, go ahead and check out CK Everyone by Calvin Klein. So last but certainly not least, my favorite, without a doubt, spring fragrance of all time, and one of my maybe top 5 fragrances of all time, even though it's dirt cheap, is a fragrance from the house of Banana Republic. The fragrance we're talking about is Vintage Green. So Banana Republic released fragrances that are in these size bottles, in the style of bottles, and they've had tons of them, but the first group of them were all based off of important years in the history of Banana Republic. This has got that Mugler cologne vibe. This focuses more on the note of fig, which is unquestionably my favorite note in fragrance. So that might be one of the reasons why I really like this one. This is one of those fragrances that I think everyone should smell, especially for the price. If you have a Banana Republic near you, go smell it. If you have one of those discount stores, the outlet stores of Banana Republic near you in a city, these can be had for like 20, 25 bucks. Straight up, I know it sounds crazy, and a lot of people don't do this, but I will anyway. Just buy it. Don't even smell it. Just buy it, bring it home. You're gonna like it, because I've never met anyone who's like, oh man, that's terrible. Or man, I can't stand that one. This is something that you would wear pretty much anytime, but works so well in the months of spring. And if you don't like it, it makes a perfect gift. I've given away 2 or 3 of these bottles, and this one just works. This is unquestionably, without a doubt, the #1 fragrance I would recommend for anybody who's looking to spend less money but smell so much better than the average person. From the house of Banana Republic, Vintage Green. So that about does it for me. Those are 5 fragrances that can be had for under $30. And I tell you now, in my opinion, they're all worth it. If you made it to this point in the video, I do hope you consider subscribing. Clearly you've gotten this far, so you've probably enjoyed the content, and you'd probably enjoy other content I've already released or content that's on its way. And speaking of content on its way, while you subscribe, go ahead and hit the notification bell. That way when my videos come out, you will be the very first to know. And as always, and most importantly, I thank you so much, and I'll smell you later. Peace.